now to Ebony World itself. Ebony World is a complete ecosystem of people. Ebony World is designed to be self-sufficient and self-sustaining. Ebony World is not like other financial communities where we begin to ask people to bring money, bring people, bring money, bring people, bring money. No. Or we go to a bank to go and borrow. No. We don't do that. We are a community. It's not like asking the Yoruba people to go and borrow money. To do what? Or asking the outside people to go and borrow money. To do what? Or asking the Benin people to go and borrow money. To do what? Individuals there may need money, yes. And the progress of the individuals in that community translates to the progress of the tribe or the nation, as the case may be. So, ours is not to look for money. Ours is to grow our people, to look for people. The more people we are, the bigger we become. And what's our vision? Why gather people? Why gather people? Our vision is to attain economic inclusion for everyone, to make sure that everybody becomes economically relevant, economically useful, economically empowered. Ours is not to give you a piece of fish, no. It's to teach you how to fish. Many are just looking for the next fish to eat. The truth be told, each time you are given fish to eat and you are not taught to fish, that fish you have eaten becomes a trap. That fish is actually at the end of a hook to engage you, to hook you on to whoever is feeding you. And you become self-servient all your life. And that's what salary is about. We are not about that. We want to partner with you until you yourself become a fisher. A fisher. We are fishers of men. That's who we are. We are fishers of men. So we want to also teach you until you also become a fisher of men. Whoever controls the people, controls the economy. Whoever has people has the economy. That's the truth. That is why the new global economy right now is about influence. Influence. Whoever has the largest influence also has the largest economic power. That's the truth. Whoever can be used to mobilize people. The more people that you can mobilize, the more capital is attracted towards you. But mobilize people here is not to mobilize them to come and feel good. No, it's to mobilize them for personal transformation. That they are transformed. When I was talking to my prospective mentor who graciously agreed to become my mentor, I said I want to be mentored so that I too can live there to mentor others. That's what I told him. And he went back to go and think of it for a long time, and eventually before he accepted. We are mentoring you. We want to mentor you so that you too can become a mentor to others. Receive and give, receive and give, receive and give. You may say, I don't have to give. You don't have to give. Why? Not because you have not received. You have not received because even the little you have not given. You have something to give. You have. Give the world something. Give your neighbor something. Let somebody's life change because of you. There are people around you. Empower them. There are men that can't even afford to buy data and be with us on calls like this. So, and you are here, therefore you are better than some people around you. Look back. How can you help them? Let your heart be compassionate towards them. Let's rescue those who are perishing around us. Whatever we can do. And we are not asking so much of you anyway. All we are saying is bring them into the system and I agree, not everybody can become an entrepreneur, by the way. Not everybody. Not everybody is destined to be an entrepreneur because, like I said before, entrepreneurship is a spirit. Either you have it or you don't have it. If you don't have the spirit of the entrepreneur, you don't have it. You can't beat it into you. But there are at least 20 to 25% of the people who are entrepreneurial. 20% of 200 million, for crying out loud. That's 40 million. 40 million. 25% is 15 million in Nigeria alone. So there are enough people with this entrepreneurial zest for us to reach out to around us. Not everybody will become an entrepreneur. Don't let's fool ourselves about that. Because those who cannot become entrepreneurs are the ones that the entrepreneurs will co-opt into their vision and bring them in as employees and begin to pay them a salary. So if you are in employment right now, you are helping an entrepreneur fulfill their vision. That's what you're doing. Is it wrong? No, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong, but in Ebony World, we are concerned with and about entrepreneurs. We are concerned with and about entrepreneurship. And who is the entrepreneur? The entrepreneur is the one who builds his business around a network and builds a network around his business. That's our classic definition of an entrepreneur. And by the way, whether you are an entrepreneur or not, you must have a purpose for yourself. Whether you are in business or you are in employment, there is a purpose for it. If you are going to work, there is a purpose. There is a reason why you are going to work. So what is your purpose? Your purpose cannot be to live from day to day. Your purpose cannot be to just pay house rent. That's not your purpose. Your purpose cannot be to buy the recharge card. What is your purpose? Make your life meaningful. Okay? Let there be a purpose for your life because you were created for a purpose. Discover that purpose. Write that purpose clearly and begin to work every day in the direction of that purpose. So that when it is fulfilled, you can be filled with, the eureka moment, the exhilaration. The joy will be overwhelming. When there is no purpose, when you get there, you ask yourself, is this all there is to it? That's why people still commit suicide. The other day we just saw a young lady, not a young lady, 32 years old, a bank worker who says she can't see any hope. What do you want to say of the people in the street who have no means of livelihood? You work in a bank. In fact, the bank is the highest paying bank in the country right now. Therefore, they are not paid meanly. And it happened there in Ikorodu. And she committed suicide right there in the workplace. You are not unemployed. What about people that have no employment at all? That is because that life itself had no purpose. So she got there and she was just asking herself, what am I even doing here? What's all this? And there's confusion and there is, And so she just took her life. Let your life be driven by purpose. That's what we're saying. Now, can the vision of this organization help you fulfill that purpose? Can we? If we can, let's work together. If we cannot, don't waste your time with us. Move on. Move on. Right now, many of us are held back not even by fear. We are held back by procrastination. Leaving undone what should have been done last year, we are still pushing it to tomorrow. Heaven help us. You can have only so many tomorrows. A day will come, there will be no more tomorrow. That's the truth. Procrastination. Pushing forward what should have been done way back. Procrastination. Procrastination is also a spirit. It resides in every man, even in yours sincerely. But in following that spirit, we become our own worst enemies. There are so many things that you should have done last year, for instance. You procrastinated and waited and pushed and dilly-dallied until before you knew it, we are in 2024. And you have started again. You promised yourself you would do certain things last year. Check your to-do list. 90% of your to-do list at the beginning of last year, they are still there even this year. That's procrastination. It has nothing to do with anybody outside. Conquer that your own self first. Get up and just do something about it. And the only way you overcome procrastination is by just being action-oriented. Take action. Take action. You may not see the whole picture. Take action. You may not understand everything. Take action. But take action that moves you in the direction of your purpose on a daily basis. And when over time you're going to look back and find that you may not be where you want to be, but you are no more where you used to be. Every day, every step draws you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. That's how it should be. And that is what Ebony is about. Ebony World is about you. It's not about your neighbor. It's not about somebody else. It's not about I can't get anybody to join me. No. It's about you. It's about getting up for yourself and doing for yourself what only you can do for yourself. Many of us are sitting down and hoping that God will do for us what He has given us power to do for ourselves. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. So what do we end up doing? We are praying and we are praying and we are praying and we are praying and we are praying to no end. Another year has come now and people are just praying everywhere. That's what I just see. People are praying and praying. What are you praying about? What are you praying about? Is God deaf that He didn't hear you the first time? You are having night vigils every day. For what? Who is pursuing you? And like I wrote this morning on my social handle, stop even praying for your enemy to die. Many of us are not praying for the death of various things. This one must die. This one must die. This one must die. This one must die. Why are you praying for death? Stop. It is not necessary. Why? Because whether you pray for them to die or not, they will die anyway. And you yourself, you will also die. All of us will die. Eventually. Death is a debt that all of us must pay. So it's not your prayer that will bring somebody to die, not bring somebody to live or anything. Who will die will die. We all just saw the governor that died recently before Christmas. If prayers could hold him, he will be alive. If money could hold him, he will be alive. There are those we expect to have died last year. They are still here with us even now. There are some enemies we have been praying for the past 10 years that they die. They have refused to die. They have refused to die. Why? Their time is not up. When their time comes, they will die. They will go now. So stop worrying yourself about those who will live or will die. Can you just face your business and do those things that only you can do for yourself, for your children, for your family, for your generation, for your nation? So this is what Ebony is about. To attain economic inclusion for everyone, so that we are all economically relevant. That's our vision. So our programs have been designed to help us achieve that. Don't come into Ebony and sit on the fence and become one of the battles which we have to fight. No, we have enough challenges out there already. Let's get together to get ahead. Please, become the change in your environment. Become the needle mover in your neighborhood, in your community, in your town, in your nation. There's so much for us to do. Our vision is to attain economic relevance and economic inclusion for everyone. And when I say everyone who comes into our community. So when you are in our community and you have still not achieved economic freedom, there's a problem. Because it is all for one and what? One for all. Yes. That's our slogan. And we don't say it, we don't just say it, we mean it. All for one, one for all. What affects one affects all. What affects all affects one. Your challenge is our challenge. Your dilemma is our dilemma. Your problem is our problem. Please, let us solve these problems together. Ebony World is a multiversity. The learning here is endless. We keep on learning. And if you are determined to learn in Ebony World, nobody can stop you. But if you are not ready to learn, nobody can help you. Learners are leaders. Leaders are readers. Many of us are not learning. Many of us are not reading. Many of us don't even want to lead. If you don't want to lead, you have no place in Ebony World. That is the truth. No place in Ebony World. Because Ebony World is for leaders. Leadership. I think that is enough introduction to Ebony World. When next we meet, we will look at the mission and how we are fulfilling that mission on a daily basis. Ebony World, transforming lives for life.